All right, fantasy fans, we are back for another deep dive, and this time
Oh, yeah.
we are looking at week 3 of the BFBA season.
Week 3 already.
Things are heating up.
Yeah, they are.
And, just to remind everyone, the source material we're looking at today is an episode of The Deep Dive.
The League Zone Podcast.
The League Zone Podcast.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty interesting stuff.
Always a good time.
There's a lot going on. So we're going to talk about, some undefeated teams.
Still undefeated.
Still undefeated.
Let's believe it.
I know. Can they keep it going?
That's the question.
That's the big question.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a league commissioner who's facing a pretty big challenge.
Ooh, spicy.
And some really close games.
Some nail biters for sure.
Some nail biters. So, I'm excited to get into this.
Me too. Let's go.
So first things first, big shout out to Damian Palacios of the Evil Empire.
The Evil Empire.
For that awesome interview he did on Conversations with the Commissioner.
That was a great one.
That was a great one.
A lot of good insights.
And speaking of Conversations with the Commissioner, we've got Malcolm Hines from Another Chosen Warriors.
Oh, nice.
Coming up next Monday. So be sure to check that out.
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars. Also, a quick reminder, league dues were due October 28th.
Don't forget.
Don't forget about those.
Those late fees add up.
Late fees.
Yeah.
So make sure you get those in. And last but not least, the league jackets.
The jackets are here.
They're finally here.
I saw some pictures. They look awesome.
I know. I can't wait to get mine. I heard they're like super high quality.
Real pro.
Real pro.
Makes you feel like part of a team.
Exactly. All right. So enough about the logistics. Let's talk about
the games.
The game. So week 2.
That was a wild one.
It was a wild one.
So many close games.
So many close games. But one team really just blew everyone out of the water.
The BFBA Mob.
The BFBA Mob. 1851.8 points.
Unbelievable.
Crazy, right?
I mean, their star player had a triple-double.
Yeah, and
their new acquisition is really gelling with the team.
They're really, they've got that synergy going.
It's not just about individual talent. It's about how the pieces fit together.
Exactly. And that's what we're seeing with the BFBA Mob.
A well-oiled machine.
So, but they're not the only team doing... We've got 3 teams who are still undefeated going into week 3. 3. Can you believe it?
It's going to be tough to keep that up.
It is tough. So we've got Damian's team, the Evil Empire.
The Evil Empire.
Still undefeated.
Still undefeated.
We've got Travis's team, DC Hustlers.
The Hustlers.
Also undefeated.
Impressive.
And Steven's team, too, legit to quit.
Legit to quit undefeated. What a start.
I know. I mean, it's amazing to see so many teams, playing at such a high level.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
So let's take a look at the week 3 matchups.
Okay, let's dive in.
All right, so the one I'm most excited about.
Tell me.
The Evil Empire versus Sham Gods.
Ooh.
And you know who's the captain of Sham Gods?
Ooh.
The commissioner.
Delonte.
Delonte himself.
Oh, man, everyone's going to be gunning for him.
I know that's going to be a fun one to watch.
To be the best, you got to beat the best.
Exactly. So that's going to be a tough one for Delonte, but, maybe he can pull it off.
Maybe he's got some tricks up his sleeve.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, so another interesting matchup. We've got Beaufort Bombers.
The Bombers.
Going up against 2 quit.
That's going to be a close one.
That could be a close one.
2 strong teams.
2 very strong teams. And then how about this South Korea Soul Brothers?
Interesting.
Versus BFBA Mob.
Could be an upset.
Could be an upset. You never know.
You never know. It's fantasy basketball. Anything can happen.
Exactly. So, what's interesting to me is, are we starting to see any patterns emerge?
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
Are certain teams developing a specific style of play?
Are there any under-the-radar players we should be watching?
Exactly. This is where the real fantasy analysis comes in.
You got to do your research.
You got to do your research.
And pay attention to the trends.
And pay attention to the trends, because that's how you make those smart predictions.
That's how you win your league.
So, week 3 is looking like it's going to be a huge turning point in the season.
Absolutely.
We've got undefeated streaks on the line.
A commissioner in the hot seat.
A commissioner in the hot seat.
Potential upsets brewing.
And some really strong teams going head-to-head.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Me too.
Okay.
So, the big question is...
What's the big question?
Who's going to be the champion?
Who's going to take home the trophy?
Is it going to be one of these undefeated teams?
Or will a dark horse surprise us all?
Who knows? That's the beauty of it.
The suspense is killing me.
So, what do you think? Who's your pick for champion?
That's a tough one. I'm going to have to think about that.
I know, right? It's a tough one. But, let us know what you think.
Leave a comment below.
Leave a comment below.
Share your predictions.
Share your predictions.
Let's debate.
Let's have some fun with it and get ready for another exciting week of BFBA action.
It's going to be a wild ride.
All right, fantasy fans, that's it for this week's Deep Dive. We'll see you next time.
See ya.